Thank God, only like 4 people saw it. But like last week, I tried to upload a taco recipe video for those ribeye tacos. Utter fucking fail. But anyway, I got 2 for y'all this week. So naturally, starting out, you want to prep all your sauces and shit. I make my pico de gallo first because those ingredients have to fuck on each other for a bit. So 2 medium tomatoes, a quarter of a red onion, half a large jalapeno or a whole serrano if you have it. I use about a quarter cup of cilantro and 1 clove of minced garlic and the juice of 1 whole lime, kosher salt to taste. Put it to the side, put it in the fridge. My next, topping I would want to use, maybe we'll start with shredded cabbage. The store didn't have it, so you can just use like the coleslaw mix that the fucking store has. So you're gonna start with a coleslaw mix, put that to the side, half a cup of water, half a cup of vinegar, a teaspoon of sugar, a little salt, fresh cracked pepper, the rest of this jalapeno that you see on this tray, some diced white onion. You're gonna mix this in a little container, shake, and also put that in the fridge. After about 30 minutes, that those ingredients are settled, and it's fine. All right, next you want to get a half a cup of sour cream, about a quarter cup of mayonnaise, half of lime for a juice, and also chipotle peppers. This will be our Baja sauce for our tacos. You want to combine all those ingredients in a bowl. You want to mix that up, and that's something else you want to put to the side and save that for later. That does get a lot thicker as it sits. I don't fucking know why. And you notice I did not hold at all and show y'all those peppers, but whatever. My angles were fucked up last night. I had an adorable little child over here, and she had all my attention. But anyway, you want to finally dice that chipotle pepper, mix that in, and put that in the fridge to chill.
It's just different.
Now notice I switched cutting boards. Groot is cute as fuck, but not functional at all. At all. I didn't realize I was mixing that long. I just like to make sure my shit is like nicely mixed and everything is like, homogeneously combined. And you want to put literally a few fucking dashes of this Stargazer sauce piquant that I had left over from my friends and I did dumbass hot ones challenge. All right, so next you want to make your honey lime slaw. This is 100% an experiment. So I took some red cabbage and I shredded it up like coleslaw style in that little silver container. That is a mix of Mike's Hot Honey and fresh lime juice. So honey was not going to mix with fucking mayo. There's going to be a sticky, cold mess in the bottom of this bowl. So I figured mixing it with the lime juice was the perfect way to get that shit to mix. And this was 100% an experiment, and the only reason this is part of this video because it's a motherfucking success. So I put a little mayo in there. I started mixing the honey and the lime mix. Once again, angles was fucked up. Don't worry, I got y'all. I'll show you the hot honey a little bit later in the video. But anyway, so I mixed a little mayo and I kept mixing that up until I felt like the flavor was combined. Felt like it was a nice little balance of everything. All right, next you want to start preparing your proteins. This is cod. You can also use Mahi-Mahi or any kind of like, firm-bodied fish, whatever. So you want to separate this a little bit, cut your pieces, get them ready. They don't have to be too big because these do kind of like puff up and hold on to like the batter, I guess. So you want to sprinkle a little kosher salt on those, mix those around, and then put them to the side. Next, you want to start preparing your shrimp. I just mix some seasoning together, some kosher salt, some cayenne pepper, some chipotle powder, as well as some roasted garlic badia. I just mix that in, stir that together. And I'll be honest with y'all, a lot of people will be like tripping about like deveining shrimp. Y'all do worse things with y'all mouths, as do I do. So shut the fuck up. Honestly, I only devein my shrimp if the poo line is visible. Like if I can see that thick ass black line, I'm definitely deveining it because that's just nasty. All right, next you want to prepare your beer batter for your cod. So in this is about 2 cups of flour. I'm gonna start by adding a teaspoon of all my seasoning: salt, chili powder. I was looking for something. I don't know what I was looking for. That's garlic powder, as well as baking powder. That was Creole seasoning. I also put Creole seasoning in there, my bad. That was a half a teaspoon of Creole seasoning. And then baking powder, yeah. You want to whisk that together, make sure everything's nice and homogeneous. And then slowly you want to add your beer in because you want to be whisking this as you do it to make sure you have the right consistency for your liquid batter. You can pretty much use, pretty sure you can use any beer you want. I typically use like a Beta Amber or like Corona or Modelo. It doesn't really fucking matter. I typically base this upon what would I like to drink if I have some beer left over. And unfortunately, I only had like a swig left over from this, but I wasn't tripping. The food. I would suggest though using a lighter beer, like something lighter, like an amber would be cool, but something too dark, too strong body would probably change the flavor way too much. Alright, so in a pan with some hot oil, it's about medium-high heat, we're gonna get that shrimp started. You notice I was trying to put that shit out cute, one by one. Fuck that shit, I threw it in and just tossed it. You do kind of have to separate it because you do want it to kind of have like a nice crust. But outside of that, you can start dropping your fish in this batter. It's important to use tongs for this. I mean, by all means, you can use your fucking fingers, but it should be nice and gross. But I use tongs. I always just like dive them in there and make sure they're good. Alright, so I did have some chili lime butter left over from last week from the ribeye tacos. So I went ahead and finished my shrimp off with that. Just go ahead and drop your battered cod pieces in the oil. Don't be an idiot like me. I definitely should have used a deeper pan because some of my pieces of fish weren't fully covered. And if your shit's not fully covered, that batter is not really going to adhere to it since it is a wet one. But, all's well that ends well. It actually came out looking pretty good. The batter held into it. It kind of, the moment it touches that fucking oil, it's just going to cling to it. But you just have to make sure whatever advice it is, kind of important to kind of like lay them away from one another when you are dropping them in the oil because it's a wet batter. You don't want it to harden and stick to one another. So, all right, now heat up your tortillas. This is 100% a flex, showing how heat retarded my fingers are. And we do both, corn and flour, for my fucking purists. I personally prefer, like, when I do have corn tortilla, for them to kind of be like fried, like crispy. So, and the best part is plating. You're gonna notice me pause in the middle of this shit. That's because, one, I realized I did things in an incorrect order when it came to the shrimp tacos, but everything worked out. I put the cabbage down before I put the motherfucking chipotle crema down. It doesn't fucking matter. But I also didn't have my queso fresco out, and I'll low-key panic for that. So, how we garnish these? For the shrimp tacos, we are using our honey lime slaw. We're gonna do that. Also, the chipotle crema we made earlier can be used for both of these tacos. And then after the chipotle crema for the shrimp tacos, we are finishing off with queso fresco. For our fish tacos, our beer battered fish tacos, we are using the chipotle crema, our cabbage, jalapeno, onion mix. I don't have a name for that shit. And then we're topping it off with the pico de gallo we made. If you guys enjoyed this, please let me know. I'm definitely gonna get better at time with this shit. These voiceovers are mad awkward. I really don't like talking that much. I ain't got really that much to say. But all in all, these tacos were sexy as fuck, as exhibited by the following photo shoot that they had at the end of this video. But save, like, share, comment, let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this, but I will say this. I was quickly reminded by trying to do this shit and entertain company. I was quickly reminded why I don't work in the back house. I am not no fucking short order cook. I cannot do things at a rapid pace and, care too much about quality. I am too much of a perfectionist, so if this was a job, I'd probably shoot myself in the foot. But anyway, until next time, I love y'all, and peace the fuck out. That's sexy shit.